I'm in the kitchen. It is Saturday, December the 10th. I cleaned off my kitchen counters because I want to make some Pulla bread. Pulla is spelled P-U-L-L-A. It is a Finnish word, and it is a holiday bread that my sister-in-law, who is Finnish, in upstate New York, back in the day we used to go to her and my brother-in-law's house at Christmas time, and we'd have a family meal and get together. So she made this Pulla bread, and I just absolutely fell in love with the taste. It yells, screams out holiday Christmas time, and I believe it is a Christmas tradition for the Finnish people at Christmas time. I think, I'm assuming. So I fell in love with it, and I just had to have the recipe. She gave me the recipe. I used it for a couple of years. I don't know. I remember I had lost her recipe. So when I went to go back and make it again, I found it online. So I've been making it ever since. And I make it into a braided loaf. And then I added my own touch by adding a glaze icing over it. So I posted it a decade ago or so, around there. And ever since then, more recipes have been popping up by people adding glaze to it. So if I can find a picture of when I posted it back and when I used to do a blog with a B, I'll post it up here somewhere. Hopefully I can find it. So, but anyway, I am making it today, and today is going to be my first try ever without my bread machine. I always made it with my bread machine because I had to do was dump everything in a certain order and close the lid, push the button, and it did it all for me as far as mixing it, kneading it, making it rise, kneading it again, all that. Well, I don't have my bread machine anymore. So I'm gonna use my KitchenAid mixer and try to do it from there. So my prayer is that I don't over mix it and make the bread tough. So let's go ahead and get started in making some Pulla bread. Oh, the key ingredient in Pulla bread is cardamom, and cardamom is a spice, and it's refreshing and Christmassy, and I don't know what's all in it, what it's made from, if cardamom is a seed in itself or what. But it is the best smell ever, according to me. And I am excited. I'm just nervous that I'll mess it up. So pray that I don't mess it up. So let's go ahead and get this show on the road. I hope that doesn't ruin it. I just added this yeast a little bit, not all of it. Oh Lord, it's the story of my life. Okay. Cardamom smells so festive. I'm going to take it out and knead it by hand, although I'm not sure how much it needs. But since I added the yeast in a little, I don't know if I did add it in a little late. Now with the bread machine, I added all the ingredients in at one time, and including the yeast, but the yeast was at the very last. I made a little like a dwelling in the dough while it was in the bread machine before I pushed the button to start it. And then in that little dwelling of the flour, I added the yeast. I then proceeded to close the lid and push the bread button, and from there, that's where it started. It would do everything for me. So I think this is well needed now. I think I butter it. So I'm gonna put a little bit of butter in the bowl, just so that the dough won't stick. And I'm gonna let it rise for 2 hours. So put it in there, cover it with a warm cloth, let it rise for a couple hours. Gonna set it on my stove top because I'm gonna use the oven for lunch, dinner. So this will be a warm spot, perfect spot for it to rise. Did I not tape this when I cut it, with the steam coming out. And here it is. Okay, so I've taken out, I've got most of the packing stuff. I've got tags, gift tags, bows, and I got most of this at TJ Maxx. And I got 10 gift boxes because I've got a lot of clothes that I need to wrap, and I don't want to wrap it in paper. So I bought some boxes. I've got tape, scissors, and a pen. These are goodies that I'm going to put in stockings. So I'm not going to wrap these. For the stockings, I'm going to set them aside over here. And then I'm going to pull out some more wrapping paper, lots of tissue. And then I've got catnip's wrapping paper that I bought. So I'll probably wrap my granddaughter's her gifts in this. So here's tissue. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to separate the gifts for each person and put it in a pile. Time to eat. I'm famished.